well, that's so I can't see everybody, but there are quite a few of those. Right? So
we've got, it will take 150.
Great. Okay. Good to have you. So yeah, I'll try to go relatively quickly through my journey. Then maybe have time for questions at the end. So did some healthcare investing before grad school for GSK, and then did a dual degree with INSEAD and the Johns Hopkins program in international studies, about 2.5 years back in the classroom, and then was very convinced to join GSK when they came and recruited at INSEAD campus in Fontainebleau in France. And it's from the outside, listening to what the Esprit was going to be about, it sounded like it was going to be dynamic and challenging. GSK was going to move you around and put you out of your comfort zone. And of course, I knew I wanted to be in healthcare and very much in the industry, not just on the investing side. So for all those reasons, I decided to go with Esprit, and I would do it again. It's my conclusion, and many times over. It's really paid dividends. I've enjoyed it, and I have been extremely stimulated. And to run through my different rotations, I had 4 rotations over the 4 years. And the first one was back in, usually at the start in your home country, so back in America, in Philadelphia, which is one of our hubs for the U.S. market. And there I was on a small team, so a handful of us really working for Rockcliffe at the time, was running, he's head of finance or CFO for U.S. Pharma. And there some of the big tasks that we had was to look at our new launches in respiratory. So this was 2013, and Nora, asthma, COPD, Nora, Brio, we're just beginning to launch this new wave of respiratory medicines to replace Advair, some of our stalwarts. And so there are loads of work to do around how we're going to resource it, what kind of advertising promotion spend we're going to do, what the likely reimbursement environment in the U.S. might be, different launch trajectories by month, and so then mapping up that to different scenarios on the actual GSK's P&L. And quite a lot of our work went straight, obviously, to our boss, and then straight from him to CFO, or CEO, Andrew Woody at the time. So for me, even the first rotation, and that's probably the one where you have the least control of, because you are new to GSK, and each side is getting to know one another. But even from the get-go, it was a sort of fast-moving set of projects with a small team, high visibility, and it was exciting to be working on launches, which were still are transformative for GSK. So if I started on one end of healthcare in the U.S., I then went probably to one of the opposite extremes, which was to Cambodia. There's an opportunity that I jumped at. It was on the panel before me, so there's a kind of a seize the initiative advice they were giving, which I think is very much true. Because most of those programs, sometimes you just have to jump. And I kind of did that going to Cambodia. I knew I wanted to have experience in other countries and flag that early, and then there was a chance to go to Phnom Penh for not quite a year and a half and be the local finance director. And there really was setting up the local entity. So it's kind of a startup within GSK, working extremely closely with the local team, with the general manager, doing everything from taxes to month-end close to vaccines pricing to HR before we had an HR team. So it's very, very stressful. Worked quite hard, but probably one of the most educational things I've done ever, really, sort of personally, professionally, and so on. So that was Cambodia. And then was brought back to the UK, to London, for SR1, which is GSK's in-house venture capital fund. And so did that for a year, supporting investments, looking after existing portfolio companies. And for me, I knew at some point, I would generally recommend this if you're looking at Esprit, to have one rotation that in some shape or form touches on R&D. That's sort of the lifeblood of what we do, whether it's in consumer or pharma. But our pipeline is everything in a sense. So that's where the innovation largely happens. So because of timing, other factors, that's the one opportunity opened up. So I jumped at that, and it really was a deep dive into biochemistry and biology, and courses either I never took or had forgotten too much of by the time I got to SR1. So that was my third rotation, and fourth and final was still in London and basically reporting into our controller as kind of also partly the office of CFO, essentially doing all the forecasting for short and long term for the group across GSK is probably the best 3 segments: vaccines, pharma, and consumer. So we would look at the P&L over a 10-year period, all of those in various scenarios. Did quite a bit of ad hoc work for our CFOs, Simon Digamond, and whether it was an additional board paper because the chairman had asked about X, Y, or Z, or every quarter we cracked Simon for the investor call, so those sorts of projects. So it's a bit of a bookend to my first experience, but global across all of GSK, and again, quite intense. Learned a lot about the overall kind of interplay between strategy and finance, and got some insight into the dilemmas that our CT, our central executive team, Emma, Simon, et cetera, what they have to think about. And that again was terrific. It set me up for my landing role, which is what I've been doing for just over a year now, corporate development, which is in-house mergers, acquisitions, or doing deals effectively, again, across the group, usually fairly significant transactions, could be buying, selling, joint ventures, et cetera. And I will probably carry on doing this for another, 4 or 6 months, and then really would like to, nothing's confirmed yet, but really would like to get back to a market, so kind of, maybe not quite as rudimentary as Cambodia, but something where I could, again, be in a sort of local operating country, where I could have a leadership position to really drive value at that operational level, and I'll probably have a team as well, which I'm really looking forward to doing. So that's a whirlwind. I'll stop there.